Tonight, Way 31 is taking a closer look into court filings by attorneys for Mike Blakely, the Limestone County Sheriff who's under indictment. Blakely's team claims the Alabama Ethics Act, which is cited in the indictment, is constitutional. Way 31's Shosh Bedrosian explains why some say throwing out all the charges would be a stretch.
Will and Naja, the question is the indictment too vague or is the law too vague? I spoke with a local attorney today who told me what the Alabama Ethics Act is meant to do.
Basically to ensure that our politicians and public employees do not use their office for personal gain. I mean, that's the short version of it.
Ron Smith is a criminal defense attorney in Huntsville who has experience in cases citing the Alabama ethics law. He has never represented Sheriff Mike Blakely, but he tells me it would be odd to throw out the case. He says some terms in the Alabama Ethics Act are in fact vague when not specifically defined, but the indictment is specific.
It's a high standard either way, but in the case of the indictment, a lot of times judges will just order the state to provide more details.
Take a look at the law. One portion states no public official or employee should use or cause his or her official position or office to obtain personal gain for him or herself. In Blakely's motion to declare the act unconstitutional, his attorneys claim counts 7, 8, 10, 12, and 13 don't specify what conduct is prohibited, nor do they explain the term using for personal gain. But the indictment is specific. Charge 8 says Blakely used his official position or office for personal gain by having an employee wire $1,000 to him on December 9th. Charge 12 in the indictment says Blakely used his position or office to obtain interest-free loans in the form of a $50,000 cashier's check or a $22,189 credit.
I think when you get into the weeds is when it says a public official, public employee cannot use his office for personal gain, and then you've got to determine, well, did he really use his office, and then was it for personal gain as opposed to gain as part of his job duties? You know, did he do something that benefited his office?
Blakely's defense team believed the Alabama Ethics Commission had been investigating him for nearly 2 years before arresting him, and says a data dump was done when they received 2 thumb drives that contained 60,000 emails and documents. They say many of these emails, text messages, and documents are irrelevant to the indictment. The attorney I spoke with today says the judge in this case could say it is unconstitutional, which would be an extreme case, but that he also may request for the indictment to be more specific. Reporting in Huntsville, Shosh Bedrosian, Way 31 News.
The judge could also determine the indictment is specific and the law is constitutional and dismiss the motion. This is just one of several motions filed by the Blakely team, and you can read them all on our website, waytv.com. We have reached out to the sheriff's attorney for comment. We'll let you know what they have to say when we hear back.